started Zen from scratch, starting with a clean sheet of paper.
Zen turned out to be a grounds-up design, which doesn't come along very often.
In the life of an engineer, you get to build something this significant once, twice, if you're lucky, 3 times in your lifetime. AMD enables the engineers to go off and innovate and to bring to market what it is that they dream about.
I'm extremely pleased to show you for the first time the name of our new CPU. Now it's time for you to see Ryzen in action. We wanted to disrupt the PC market. We wanted to bring innovation, choice, and performance to as many people as possible. In high-performance PCs, it was about delivering more performance at every single price point.
The Ryzen Threadripper acknowledges that there are people who want to create and game on the same PC and need the scalability and need the performance to do that. And that's what's really exciting about the Threadripper chip.
It was our commitment to our customers that we would deliver to the roadmap that we set out, and momentum is now on our side.
The anticipation around 3rd Gen Ryzen is really impressive. Meet the world's first 16-core gaming processor.
Now, in 2019, 3rd Gen Ryzen Zid.
What we did in Zen was push well beyond what we thought we could do. It makes me so proud to be able to look back and say that I was part of that.
Our mission with Ryzen has always been clear. It's about making the right bets 3 to 5 years in advance and making sure that they come to fruition. Our goal is to give you the best. Welcome everyone. Big welcome to all of you, and thank you all for joining us today. I've been looking forward to this moment all year, and I know many of you have too. It's been a challenging year for everyone as we've navigated the COVID-19 pandemic globally. But one thing we've learned is just how important high-performance computing technologies really are. From work to school to gaming to entertainment, the PC is now the computing platform of choice in 2020. And I'm really excited to show you today what we have been working on for the next-gen PC platforms, and especially for all of you gamers. Now, it's already been an incredible year for gamers. There's so much excitement around the next-gen consoles. We are so proud to power the new Sony PlayStation 5 with a high-performance custom chip featuring our AMD Ryzen CPU and AMD Radeon GPU technology. And we are equally proud that custom AMD processors also power the new Microsoft Xbox Series X and Series S consoles.
Xbox sama PS5 itu pakai prosesor dan GPU dari AMD.
These consoles are bringing just incredible technology to gamers all over the world and are really a result of just deep engineering partnerships over many, many years with both Sony and Microsoft. Now, gaming is at the heart of so much of what we do at AMD. Whether you're talking about PCs or consoles or cloud gaming and mobile. AMD loves gaming, and we like to say gaming begins with AMD. So today, we're going to talk specifically about our next-gen PC gaming platform. So let's talk a little bit about Ryzen. Now, you guys know we brought the first generation of Ryzen to market in 2017. And we actually had one goal. It was to build the best PC desktop processor possible. Now, we knew we wouldn't get there in one step, but with each generation of Ryzen, it's gotten better. And we focused on how do we deliver more performance? How do we deliver the best features? And how do we give more capabilities to all of you PC enthusiasts so that you can do more than you ever thought with your desktop or in your notebook? And we've made great, great progress. We started with Ryzen in desktops, and then we introduced Ryzen Threadripper in high-end desktops. And now, actually, Ryzen is in many amazing notebook systems with our Ryzen 4000 series. I think it's safe to say that AMD loves the PC, and I think also it's safe to say that PC users love Ryzen. So we really appreciate that. Now look, let's just focus on the desktop for a few minutes. The progress we have made over the last few years has been really amazing. If you look at the market before Ryzen, the desktop PC was on sort of an incremental performance slope, for the
Kalau bisa
last
dilihat
many
di
years.
grafiknya juga mereka nunjukin
Now, over the past
multi-threaded
3
performance.
years, we've significantly changed that trajectory and really completely reset
Dan
expectations
gapnya
as we've
antara
gone from
first
first-gen
gen,
Ryzen to
second gen,
second
sama
gen,
third gen.
now to third-gen Ryzen. We were the first to launch a
Gapnya
7
cukup
nanometer
jauh juga
desktop
loncatan.
processor, and today, third-gen Ryzen leads in so many areas. We're the highest in multi-threaded performance. We are the best in terms of power efficiency, and third-gen Ryzen is an absolutely great gaming processor. But as you know, we're really ambitious. So our work with Ryzen is never done. Our engineers have been on this maniacal focus of what can we do more? What can we do better? So today, we're here to talk about our brand new CPU core. You've all been waiting for it. It's all about Zen 3.
Zen 3.
And with Zen 3, we focused again on bringing the best to the PC market. I'm so proud of what we've accomplished. Zen 3 increases our lead in overall performance. It increases our lead in power efficiency. And also now, it delivers the best single-threaded performance and gaming performance as well. We've made massive changes in the core architecture, and I'm sure all of you want to know what's inside Zen 3. So let me hand it over to AMD CTO Mark Papermaster to give you all the details. Mark?
Jadi katanya Lisa Su itu Zen 3
Thank you, Lisa.
itu nggak
I
fokus
couldn't
ke
be more
multi-threaded
excited
doang.
than to share a little bit
Dia bakal
more
fokus ke
about Zen 3
single-threaded
and our
juga
progression to
dan
get here. It's
efisiensi
been quite
daya
a journey.
yang lebih
We
baik
set a
dari
course over
pendahulunya.
5 years ago to design a family of high-performance x86 CPUs. Our goal, very simply, outright leadership. We set up the team so that development of multiple processor generations could be done in parallel, with designers leapfrogging from one generation to another. This has resulted in consistent delivery to the market as promised. I could not be more proud than to help unveil our third generation of Zen Core debuting in Ryzen desktops this fall. It is a beast in performance and will deliver absolute leadership in the x86 market. Zen brought us back into high performance with a 52% improvement in instruction per clock in a single generation. It built a strong base for us to build upon as we developed the Zen family. Last year, Zen 2 brought double-digit % increase in instruction per clock and debuted 7 nanometer in chiplet technology. That 7 nanometer efficiency enabled leadership, multi-core performance, and core density. The innovative chiplet implementation allowed us ease of manufacturing with the small 7 nanometer die and scalability to leadership core counts. And now Zen 3. Wow, what a great job by the design team to improve every aspect of the CPU, delivering leadership performance in that same 7 nanometer node. Higher frequency, higher instruction per clock, with design improvements across all of the CPU components, and lower latency on top of that. You look at some of the key elements. There's a new layout of our processor that brings all the cores onto a unified 8-core complex. And that accelerates core-to-core communication. That's especially helpful for gaming workloads. That consolidation actually allows every core to directly access the 32 megabytes of L3 cache. And that dramatically accelerates workloads that are latency sensitive, like gaming. And finally, significant changes throughout the Zen 3 architecture, generating a 19% instruction per clock uplift. That's on top of the significant gains that we had just in the mid of last year with Zen 2. Altogether, Zen 3 is our most significant architectural update yet across the Zen family. We made the Zen 3 floating point and integer execution units wider, more flexible, and allows us to deliver more execution capability to the user at a lower latency. We've increased the number of loads and stores that we can do versus Zen 2, helping us feed those wider execution capabilities of Zen 3. We've added more branch prediction bandwidth. It allows Zen 3 to tackle back-to-back predictions much more quickly, reducing the delays. We call it zero bubble. These innovations keep Zen 3 ahead of the industry norm on generational improvements and position Zen 3-based Ryzen to be a clear desktop performance leader. Microprocessor performance engineering never has one single bullet. It takes focused microprocessor engineering. It's a broad set of improvements that are needed to make a great architecture. It takes innovation on all of the key levers. Zen 3 is a total front-to-back redesign. The microarchitecture had laser focus on performance on every element. End-to-end improvements, caching, load store, our execution units, our prefetching, our dispatch, our decode. Zen 2, in fact, had been organized with 2 4-core cache complexes, and it was tightly integrated. That was a very good design, but what we found is that we brought that together into that single unified cache core complex, that we brought that direct access to 32 megabytes of L3 cache rather than the 16 megabytes that we have with Zen 2. That direct access to a cache pool of this size is very significant for gaming. They tend to make frequent use of course, of the memory subsystem, and in fact, many games have a dominant thread. And that makes especially heavy use of the cache, and that thread now sees effectively twice the L3 cache in Zen 3. So every core can now communicate directly to the cache without traversing across the die, and that reduces latency. And it stays synchronized for applications using AI, audio, physics, and more. You can see that we continue our relentless commitment to energy efficiency with every generation. We're always honing our design methodologies to focus on performance per watt, even as we make the processors faster for gamers. Zen 3 is no different, delivering up to 24% improvement in power efficiency versus the prior generation. That's double-digit performance per watt uplift in the same process node. And that's on top of all the architectural changes that we drove in to drive up the performance. Our commitment to energy efficiency across time has put us in the driver's seat. Today, we're more than 2.8x more efficient than competing high-end desktop processors. And that's only a strengthening of the leadership that we demonstrated during the prior Zen 2 era. We will not let up going forward. We're focused on execution. Zen 3 is shipping as promised, and the 5-nanometer Zen 4 on track, in design. The AMD team is hitting on all cylinders, and there's no shortage of innovations for the next generation of Zen processors to keep AMD in the forefront and deliver the best compute experience for our customers. Thank you. And let me welcome back Lisa to now show off our Zen 3 and new Ryzen processors.
Okay, thank you, sir. Welcome back, Dr.
Thank you,
Lisa.
Mark. That was great. I'm so proud of what the team has accomplished with Zen 3. We really focused on what is most important for gamers and enthusiasts. And at 19% IPC increase, it's our largest increase generation over generation since we launched the Zen family. So now let's see Zen 3 in action. I'm so proud to show you for the very first time the AMD Ryzen 5000 series for high-performance PCs. The world's first Zen 3 powered CPU. This is the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. 12 cores, 24 threads, and a boost up to 4.8 gigahertz. It's a very special product.
Ryzen 9
the ultimate enthusiast
5900X.
processor. Compared to the 3900 XT, the 5900X has 19% higher IPC, higher clock speeds, and all of the Zen 3 core improvements that Mark talked about.
Untuk
all
consumer,
while remaining
bro.
at 105 watts.
Itu tuh kayaknya
This makes
12
Ryzen
core dulu kayak cuma
5900X
impian.
a big upgrade from
Kita
3rd gen
harusnya
Ryzen all around,
dulu nggak bisa
but
dijual ke
especially
consumer
in
kayak
gaming.
kita. Bisa ke
Now let me turn it over
prosumer.
to Robert Halleck to show you the 5900X in action.
Kayak mimpi.
Thanks, Lisa. Hey, everyone. Let me give you a sense of
Okay,
just
Robert.
how much faster the 5900X is compared to our current best, the 3900 XT. To do that, we're going to use Shadow of the Tomb Raider, a game I personally love, and a game reviewers often look at to judge CPU performance. We're going to run the built-in benchmark here at 1080p
Langsung loncat
using
ke
the high image quality
5.000
preset
dong.
on two otherwise identical systems.
Oh my god.
You can see a whopping
pikir
28% increase just by moving from the 39XT to the 5900X in Shadow of the Tomb
ini
Raider.
di resolusi
And as you will soon
1080
see, the performance from the 5900X is faster than the competing
Mereka
processors
ngakunya
as well.
28% lebih
Now, as any enthusiast
dari
knows, 28% from our processor
yang seri
change
3000
is a
kemarin.
massive upgrade. But that's what AMD customers
Tapi
like me
28%
can look
tuh
forward to.
gede
This
sih
truly
harusnya.
demonstrates
Gede banget.
the gaming strength for Zen 3 when you combine the historic IPC uplift, unified cores, and unified cache pools.
Jadi kalau ngeliat dari
Now, as we zoom out to look at a wider set of
rata-rata
games,
FPS-nya
you can
juga.
see that the 28% uplift in
Tapi
Shadow
itu
of the
harusnya
Tomb Raider
jam 1
is
game
joined by
doang.
many
Nah,
titles
ini kan lihat
with significant
Kayak nggak
double-digit
semuanya
performance
20%-an.
improvements. The gains are even bigger in titles like
Rata-rata
CSGO
di
and
DirectX
League of
12
Legends,
deh.
where the highest
Mereka
possible frame rate
kuatnya
is practically
DirectX
the
11
number one
cuma
priority to
ya
be
nggak begitu
competitive.
signifikan lah.
Overall, gamers upgrading from the Ryzen 3000 series to the Ryzen 5000 series can expect an average performance improvement of 26%
26%
at 1080p.
faster gaming on
Again,
average.
this is just a monumental
Rata-rata lebih
performance
cepat.
jump for an in-socket upgrade in the same motherboard, and a true testament for how good Zen 3 is
Apalagi
in
e-sport
gaming.
ya, mantap banget.
Now, as many know, strong gaming performance relies on strong single-core performance. That's exactly what Zen 3 has. And I want to show you using Cinebench R20 single-thread. There are many ways to assess single-thread performance, but Cinebench is a fast and easy tool that you can run at home. And it's one of the 25 workloads that we used to calculate the 19%
Dibandingin dong
for Zen 3's instructions per cycle.
sama
As you can
Intel
see,
Core
the
i9
5900X is the first desktop processor to ever break a 600 score.
Damn.
We don't break it by a little, we break
Udah
it by a
semenit,
lot
Cok.
with a score of 631. We at
Wah,
AMD heard
gila.
you loud and clear as you challenged us to continue investing in single-core
You
performance,
challenge us.
and the
Okay,
results
nice,
speak
Robert.
for themselves. The combination of IPC, frequency, cores, and cache give AMD the fastest cores in the desktop market and give you the best possible gaming performance.
Wis,
So let's
the
take that
fastest
landmark
scores.
core performance into a head-to-head battle. Across the same set of games you just saw, the AMD Ryzen 9
Ini
5900X
dibandingin
is a
sama
clear winner
Intel nih.
at 1080p. As I promised
sih
you,
kalahnya di
AMD
Battlefield
wins in
5.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider by +6, and is joined by many other games popular with reviewers and users like you.
Dan maksud gua
League of Legends and
kalau di
CSGO are
gaming,
once
ya
again
menang sih.
standout victories
Cuman
for the Ryzen 9
untuk beberapa game paling
5900X.
cuma performa
So that was a
cuma
lot of
naik
data very quickly. Let's take a
5%
step
lah
back.
ya.
Let's recap.
Bisa dibilang
We
dikit
saw
nggak sih?
an average uplift of 26% for Ryzen customers upgrading from the 3000
Tapi
series
ada yang kalah
to the
tadi.
5000
Battlefield
series.
5.
You just watched AMD deliver the highest single-core performance in the entire desktop PC market. And you just saw AMD clearly offer the best performance of any gaming processor on the market. I will put it plainly. We know that you're going to wait for benchmarks, but customers who buy processors purely for their gaming performance will absolutely want a Ryzen 9 5900X for the best possible PC gaming experience. Now let's bring Lisa back up to give you more details on these awesome gaming processors.
Oke. Welcome back.
Thanks, Robert. That was fantastic. I hope you're all now convinced that the Ryzen 9 5900X is the best gaming processor in the world. Now let's look at the stack. In the 5000 series, we have a great choice for every gamer or PC enthusiast. In addition to the 5900X, we have the
Lain
5800X,
apa tuh?
an 8-core, 16-thread processor with boost frequencies up to 4.7 gigahertz
Ada Ryzen
at
7
105 watts.
5800.
And we also have the
Ryzen
5600X, a
8 core
6-core,
16
12-thread
thread, TDP-nya
CPU with boost
105.
frequencies
sama ya,
up to
sama
4.6
Ryzen 7 sama
gigahertz
Ryzen
at
9.
65 watts. Now let's
TDP
talk about price and
105.
availability. The 6-core 5600X is $299. The 8-core
Tulis harganya, guys.
5800X is $449.
299
And the
mulai dari
amazing
299
5900X,
sampai
combining the leadership
549.
performance and power efficiency of Zen 3 in a 12-core,
Itu kira-kira
7nm
10
design
juta lah
is priced
maksimal
at
berarti si Ryzen 9 ini.
$549. And all of these will be available globally on November 5th. We're really proud of the 5000
5.
series, but you know we're not done. We love our enthusiasts, and there's one more processor in our stack, which is the ultimate processor for gaming and content creation. For those of you who want the very best processor in a desktop PC, we have the 16-core Ryzen 9 5950X.
16 core,
The
16
5950X
core,
is
oh
simply an
my
amazing
god.
CPU. 16 cores, 32 threads, and our fastest processor with
Serius
boost
lu,
frequencies
AMD?
up to 4.9 gigahertz. The 5950X breaks the Cinebench R20
Nggak ngerti
single-threaded
lagi.
record that Robert set
16
just a few
core,
minutes
bre.
ago with a score of
Bukan buat
640.
gaming lagi tuh
It
mah,
is
bikin
truly the
animasi
best in
kali.
class in every dimension. Best gaming performance meets best processor for content creation.
Oke,
And all
nice.
of this still at 105
Gimana sekarang ya?
watts. Now let's take a look at some of
Pasar
the
Intel
performance.
kalau kayak gini.
If we look at the generational uplift from the 3950X to the
Video editing
5950X,
Premiere
we
nambah
see up to 27% more
V-Ray,
performance in CAD workloads and 12% more performance in rendering workloads.
auto.
More
Itu
impressively,
AutoCAD kan?
we see up to 29% more gaming performance. And this
Oh
is
my
really
God.
how we bring the best of both worlds together. The
Dua-
best for gamers and the best for
hampir
creators.
30%
And now,
loh.
if you put 5950X against the top of the stack from the competition, we see that the 5950X provides up to 59% more creative performance in rendering workloads, double-digit wins in
Untuk
video
content
editing and
creation-nya
software
udah nggak
compiling,
ngotak lagi.
and we also win in lightly threaded CAD workloads
Jauh
as
bener
well.
itu di rendering.
We're really proud of the fact that we also win in gaming. There's nothing like the 5950X in the world.
Oh, tapi seimbang
One
ya sama
processor that delivers the
game Far
best
Cry.
power efficiency, our highest clock speeds, the highest single core performance in the industry, and the highest multi-core performance of any gaming processor.
Oke.
And it's priced at $799 and will also be available globally
$800.
on November 5th. I hope you're now as
Harga
excited about
PS5
AMD
ya?
Ryzen 5000 series
PS5
as I
kan tuh.
am.
Nggak, maaf.
Zen 3 is really amazing, and I'm so happy we
$800.
could show it to you today. But you
16
guys send
juta,
me
ya.
a lot of notes and a lot of tweets, and I know that you're not just excited about Ryzen
Ya, lu
5000
bayangin aja, masa
series,
di bawah 20
but there's
juta
a
lu dapat
tremendous amount of enthusiasm and curiosity
16
about
core.
our Radeon lineup as well. So the next few weeks are just an
16
amazing
core
time for
32
us.
thread, gila.
In addition to
Di
introducing
bawah 20
our Ryzen
juta
5000
kali.
series, we're
Makanya
also going to
ini gua,
introduce our
prediksi gua.
next-gen Radeon GPU,
Bayangin
and
aja,
I
itu
want to
harusnya
give you a
jadi
small preview
prosesor
of that
consumer.
today.
Oke, sekarang masuk ke Radeon.
This is the AMD Radeon RX 6000 series, which we
RX
now affectionately call Big
6000
Navi, thanks to
series,
many of
okay.
you who nicknamed it for us. It is absolutely
Ini udah
gorgeous
RDNA
and by far the most
arsitektur.
powerful gaming
Harusnya sih
GPU
iya.
we have ever built. We got a lot of requests from our fans on social, and I heard a whole conversation on the Full Nerd
Harusnya sih
last
udah
week
RDNA
about
ya.
wanting to see Zen 3 and Big Navi in action. So today, I'm going to show you a preview of what you can expect from AMD Ryzen 9 5900X and our Radeon 6000 series. We've been doing a tremendous amount of work optimizing gameplay with Ryzen 5000 and Radeon 6000 series. So let me show you today Borderlands 3, which is a very popular AAA title running at 4K resolution
4K
on the
resolution.
Ryzen 5900X and our Radeon 6000 series. Just take a look at
Dia
that
bakal start apa
performance.
ya?
Over 60 frames per second
Menarik.
at 4K with beautiful image quality. We are super excited with what we've accomplished with Big Navi. In addition to Borderlands 3, here's a bit more of a performance preview on Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Gears of War 5 at ultra settings in 4K. And again, what you see is tremendous 4K
Main di
performance
4K.
across the board. We still
Dapat
have a few weeks until
88.
launch, and the team is
Bayangin
working
aja.
really hard on fine-tuning things. But I hope you're as excited as we are about what Ryzen 5000 series and Radeon 6000 series can do together for your next-generation PC. So that brings us to the end. I hope you enjoyed today. It's been so much fun spending time with you.
Oke.
We have a
Udah
lot more to
segitu
show
doang.
you later this month, so join us again on October 28th, where we'll give you the full story of our AMD Radeon RX 6000
Oke,
series.
28
And make
Oktober
sure
ya.
you mark your calendar for November 5th to find Ryzen 5000 series
November
on
5
shelf worldwide.
rilisnya si
Take care and see you
Ryzen
soon.
ya. Oke, jadi kayak segitu aja deh. Mereka cuma ngasih teaser untuk apa namanya, VGA-nya si Radeon RX 6000 seriesnya. Mereka juga belum ngasih rincian harga. Yang jelas sih Ryzen-nya ini gila sih, bisa gue bilang. Maksud gue lu dapat segitu banyaknya core di bawah, istilahnya di bawah berapa ya, 20 juta ya tadi, apalagi yang 5950 16 core 32 thread, itu nggak masuk akal menurut gua. Oke, jadi mungkin segitu aja ya. Kita bakalan lanjut di tanggal 28, nanti kita bakal live stream juga ngomongin si Ryzen RX 6000 seriesnya. Soalnya belum ada detail lebih lanjut. Jadi sekarang ya segitu aja dulu. Oke, gua Dito cabut.